Hey guys, it's Danny, and today I am making Nutella. Now, if you're not familiar with Nutella, it is a chocolate hazelnut spread. And the store-bought versions tend to have a lot of refined sugars and vegetable oils. So today I'm going to show you how to make a clean and delicious version of homemade Nutella. Now, the easiest way to do this is in a food processor. I've read that a lot of people say it can also be done in a blender. I've never tried it myself, and while in a pinch, I'm sure it works. I do think it would be a little bit trickier and a little bit messier in the blender. So if you have a food processor, that would definitely be my first choice. So to get started, you're gonna need 1.5 cups of hazelnuts, which is about 8 ounces. And if you can find it, I highly recommend buying them pre-roasted with the skins already removed at the grocery store, because this is a huge time saver. But if you can't find them that way, no big deal. All you're gonna do is lay them out on a rimmed baking sheet, then pop them into a 300-degree oven for about 20 minutes or until you notice that the skins are starting to crack, just like you can see here. Then you transfer them on a clean dish towel, fold it over onto itself, and just start to roll them around a bit, and you'll see that those skins start to crack and crumble right off of the hazelnuts. So you're just gonna do this until most of those skins come off. Don't drive yourself crazy trying to get every last skin off. Just focus on the ones that come off fairly easily. Transfer those roasted hazelnuts into your food processor and go ahead and let it blend for about 2 to 3 minutes. Now, hazelnuts are a bit softer than almonds, so if you've ever tried making homemade almond butter, you know that takes a bit of time, but the hazelnuts will turn into a hazelnut butter pretty quickly. So you probably just need about 2 or 3 minutes, and when it's done, it's gonna look like this. It looks exactly like a nut butter. It's nice and thin and completely spreadable. Now, from here, we're gonna need some type of sweetener, and what I really like to use is a powdered coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is a little less refined than white sugar, and it's got some trace minerals in there. So the thing about this is you can't buy it at the grocery store, so you have to make it yourself, but it's super easy. You just take 1 cup of coconut sugar, add it to your high-speed blender, pop on the lid, and then turn it up to high and let it go for about 30 to 60 seconds. And you're gonna see that it's gonna get really fine and light and powdery. Now, you're also gonna notice that when it's blending up, because it's so fine, that it rises up. It almost looks like smoke. So I recommend that before you take the lid off to use it, just let the blender sit for about 5 minutes or so all of that sugar can settle back down. And as you can see, when it's done, the texture is very light and fine and fluffy, just like a powdered sugar, which is gonna make it easier to blend in. So to our hazelnut butter that we have going on in the food processor, I'm gonna add 1/2 cup of that powdered coconut sugar, along with 3 tablespoons of a good quality unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of hazelnut oil. Now, I like using the hazelnut oil because it matches the flavor of the hazelnuts, but if you don't wanna go buy a specialty oil, you could also use a coconut oil here. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then just a pinch of kosher sea salt. Pop the lid back on and let it go for another 30 seconds or so, or until you see that this has created a nice, rich, chocolatey spread. Now, from here, go ahead and give it a taste and make sure that it's sweet enough for your liking. Personally, I tried to use just enough sugar to get it sweet, but I didn't want it to be super sweet. So if you find that you want to add a little more sweetness, just add 1 extra tablespoon at a time until you've hit that sweet spot. This is what you guys want. It's spreadable, it's silky and smooth. And if you find that it's a little bit too thick when you're done, you just add another teaspoon of oil or so. Now from here, I'm just gonna transfer it into an airtight container. I love using these little mason jars. Pop on the lid, and this will happily last in your refrigerator for up to 1 month. And there's so many different things that you can do with it. You could spread it on a piece of toast and top that with some fresh berries. You could drizzle it onto some Greek yogurt. You could make a little fruit platter. I love to dip some apples and top some bananas and then throw a few fresh berries on the plate. You could also put a little bit into your favorite smoothie, or maybe on top of some banana nice cream. The options are truly endless, and honestly, I would love to hear what you like to do with Nutella. So make sure you come down to the comments below and let me know. Whoa. That is so good. It's like You taste the hazelnuts and the chocolate, but it's not super sweet. It's kind of like that balance of bittersweet chocolate, and then the apple gives it a little extra tart bite. You guys gotta try this. And if you haven't already, please take a moment and subscribe, like, and share this video with anybody else you know who wants to make healthy eating easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Danny Spees, and I will see you back here next time with some more clean and deliciousness. Cheers. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and... Oh, he's got the remote control.